Coach Mallory, yesterday I know you had to leave practice to go check on Mackay in the hospital. Just one kind of what happened yesterday and how he's doing, more importantly, today.
Well, our training staff acted immediately, did a tremendous job, and he's doing well. He was released yesterday, but we're going to take every precaution and make sure that our student athletes are taken care of.
Even though I didn't get a chance to talk to you after practice yesterday, you had officials out at practice. The importance of having those officials out, and even though you weren't out here the whole practice, what did your staff and you, when you went back and watched film, learned with having those officials there?
Well, you can learn everything about a game, and I'll start in the secondary. You're going to have that back judge right there in the middle, right behind the center where the ball is, and know that he's going to be there. He's part of the game. And you're going to have to adjust where you fit and where you come down at. That's one part of it, but just the 40-second clock. And I think with our coaching staff, where it was really good was an educational part, and that officiating crew did a tremendous job of talking to us, explaining things, and really going at a pace where not only were we going fast when we were practicing, but able to sit at, talk in between plays and ask questions.
Part of going through camp is utilizing the practice time you get, but also giving your guys rest. Today, you made practice a little bit shorter. Just the reasoning behind that with you got a scrimmage tomorrow.
Sure. We've gone pretty heavy this week. We've hit pretty good. We came out today and we got a lot of work done. We didn't just come around and fumble around out here. We got some real quality work done. Kids showed their maturity where I thought they came out here where they had some intensity about them. We got some periods done where we were doing some third down situations, and we just put the ball down and just created situations by playing football. But it showed our leadership where they came out, and I felt we got a lot done today.
It's been a position we've frequently been talking about, that running back spot. One of the reasons why you have confidence in that group is you're able to move one to another position. The overall scope of just what you enjoy most when you turn on that film and see the plethora of guys you can throw in there.
Sure, I'll start with Lamont Booker. He's coming off an injury. We were able to get him back in the spring, and he was able to gain some confidence throughout spring and throughout the summer, and he's really doing a great job these two-a-days, being a guy that can be an explosive guy for us, and that's what we're going to count on with him. Jaquan Keys has really done a great job of reshaping his body, and there's times where when they're both out there, I'm not sure which one's which, and that's a tribute to Jaquan, because he's really worked hard this summer. And then Marlon Fleming. Marlon Fleming's battled some injuries. He's a big back. He's a downhill runner. And I saw glimpses of it in the spring, and I'm seeing more of it here in camp. And then Titus McCoy has really come in, and he's going to be a dynamic player for us. He's a great young man who loves playing football, and it's contagious. And it's contagious having him around. He's got a lot of energy, and he brings that juice every day.
You brought up Titus when I took you down to Indy. It seemed like everybody and anybody, one of the first things out of their mouth was, "Hey, how's Titus doing?"
Sure.
Just mostly because you mentioned just that personality he has. To have that in a first-year guy who's new, and it's not like you guys have promised him the world and said you're going to start every play. He's just coming out here enjoying playing, and if his number gets called, his number gets called. Just the importance of having a guy like that in that group.
Well, he's a very humble young man, and obviously a lot of people know Titus because what you see is what you get. And he brings it every day. And everything that I heard about Titus during the recruiting process, I see why. I see why people know about him. They want to follow him. Like I say, he brings a personality that's contagious, and you enjoy being around.
Lamont, even though he's been away from the field a while, he did get some notice from the coaches, being preseason honorable mention in the league, mostly because they know what he did do. For him to come back to reach that level, where do you feel he's got to go, and how big of a part he will be, and whether your team can run the football successfully?
Sure. As far as the preseason honor, Lamont understands what's on paper means nothing. What's on film means everything. And he knows that recognition only means if he gets it as a postseason recognition. And, he comes out, he's been working hard. But the biggest thing with Lamont is his confidence. I'm seeing him out there finish plays. And, he gives us that explosive play where he can score at any time. But he comes out, he's gotten better throughout, just fine-tune his game, whether it's protection, catching the ball out of the backfield.
Tomorrow's game day for your guys. What more? I know this is kind of a loaded question, but what more are you going to find out tomorrow?
I'm going to see how guys line up and play the next play. You're not going to play a perfect game, nor will we coach a perfect game. Whether you can put it behind you and play the next play. And you're going to see that with the quarterback position as you will defensive backs and all the positions. How guys can line up, play the next play, stay focused. And the thing we're going to challenge our players to do, whether it's offense or defense, get 11 guys playing as hard as they can. Sounds like a cliche, but if we can do that, we'll have something special.
Family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family.